Summer blockbusters are starting early this year. Our movie man Erik Childress joins me on set this morning. Good morning. And Iron Man 3, already a smash hit overseas.
Certainly.
What happens this weekend?
Well, the buzz is fantastic on the film. I think it's going to do monster business this weekend. We're going to see if it gets that sort of Avengers bump from last year. Like I said, the buzz is terrific, and I think by next weekend you're going to see it as the biggest film of the year so far.
Here's what happened at the box office last weekend. It was Pain and Gain at the #1 spot, Oblivion, 42, The Big Wedding, and The Croods, all on the top 5 list. This weekend, as we mentioned, Iron Man 3. Now, coming out this summer, we're checking in with some Warner Brother studio films. The big name on this one is what?
It's probably Man of Steel is the one that they're probably really looking forward to. I mean, they get their summer going next week with The Great Gatsby, which is a $100 million budgeted reimagining of the film with Leonardo DiCaprio. Same people who did Moulin Rouge and Romeo and Juliet. I don't know if anyone's really clamoring out to see another version of this story. I certainly am not, and it's not going to do. I don't think it's going to do 75 in the U.S.
Any hope for The Hangover Part 3?
That it could be better, maybe. But even fans of the first one really hated the second movie, so I think that's going to be reflective here. So I think maybe 150 million is maybe the ceiling.
Man of Steel, you mentioned Pacific Rim and The Conjuring.
Yeah, well, Man of Steel, like I said, is the movie that Warner Brothers is really sort of hoping is going to be the big hit this summer. I think, anything less than 500 million worldwide will be a disappointment for them. Pacific Rim, though, it's Man of Steel, all of its, profits might be for naught if Pacific Rim doesn't really match its, 150 million plus budget Godzilla versus Transformers. I think that's going to be Warner Brothers' biggest disappointment this summer.
300: Rise of an Empire. It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Again, I don't know who was clamoring out for a sequel to 300, which is a big hit a few years ago, and I think that this was a prime candidate for a film to get moved out of the summer. Watch if Warner Brothers has 1 or 2 disappointments, that this film maybe gets pushed back to maybe even early next year.
Or The Millers, Jennifer Aniston back on the silver screen.
Yeah, with Jason Sudeikis, the director of Dodgeball. Could be a late summer surprise. The Conjuring you mentioned also, James Wan, director of Saw and Insidious. Horror movies in the summer do okay. This one is a very creepy trailer. Could be a nice summer surprise.
And Getaway. Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez, not exactly a proven box office star, a late, kind of a dumping ground area, August 30th. We'll see, maybe, kidnapping thriller with Ethan Hawke, maybe, draws a little bit of surprise. Not a big budgeted film. Warner Brothers really going to be watching Man of Steel, Pacific Rim, Great Gatsby to see if, there's some jobs are going to be saved at Warner Brothers this year.
It could be a long, hot summer.
It could be.
Thank you, Erik. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, too.